Name's Mick Brew from band Dirty Brew. Also run Brewhouse Productions. Currently just doing a fair bit of stuff in the next 6 months, so really looking forward to it.
Beautiful, Mick. Thanks for joining us this afternoon, brother.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. So, Dirty Brew are part of Brewfest 23, which will be held at Brisbane Soapbox Brewery this Saturday, August the 5th, mate. So, how you feeling about it, mate? It's a bit of a big thing to pull together.
Yeah, it's been a bit of an effort, that's for sure, pulling what's left of my hair out. So, but I've done bigger festivals and they've come together a lot easier. So this one's definitely been a lot of work, but I'm hoping it will pay off essentially. So there's a good fair number of tickets sold. So really looking forward to the day. And the brewery has actually done a special beverage for me for the day as well. So we're doing a rattlesnake snake bite on tap,
Oh, what's that? Just a beer?
beer and cider together, mixed together
Christ, I'll be
with
drunk.
a shot of red cordial in it.
Just to keep you going, the red cordial.
Yeah, that's right.
You've got a heap of local bands playing, including Tetrament, We the Hollow, Ancient Remains, Slaves of Dissonance, and more. So, who are you most looking forward to playing with out of that bill? Then,
Well, I'm looking forward to playing with everyone because obviously I put the build together, so I handpick bands that I like personally, but I'm looking forward to seeing Tetrament get back. It's their first gig back with their new drummer, so that should be really good. We the Hollow are really kicking goals at the moment, and they're always a good live show as well. And actually, the guys in Effigy from Bundaberg,
oh,
they are a sight to behold.
they rock.
So yeah, looking forward to it.
Oh, now I've never been to the Soaphouse Brewery before, mate, so I'm not sure what the layout is there. But is this over one stage or two?
Just one. There's a massive room upstairs. It's a big function space upstairs that basically created into a lot of music atmosphere. So really looking forward to being involved, getting everyone in there, and the space can hold about 400 people. So
Wow.
it's definitely a good space.
Yeah. And of course, as we said before, mate, like you organise this festival every year. So how's the trajectory been? Have you seen it growing every year?
It is growing every year. So each year we do a different venue. Next year we're actually going to multiple cities, which is already in the works at the moment as well. So I'm going to do Brewfest in probably 3 different cities, which I'm crazy to do so, but you'd know yourself that's a headache. So we'll see how we go with that. But yeah, it's definitely growing. And as well with my New Year's shows that I do, they're obviously growing as well. This year's one is going to be bigger than last year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that too.
So what's actually involved with putting on a show like this and playing at the same time? Like they're pretty much doing one or the other's a pain in the ass and putting them both together. So you just asking for a headache.
Yeah, well, I space them like months and months apart, so you can kind of space out the headaches a little bit. So everything's coming to the crunch for this one. So as soon as this is over, it's basically I'm going to be announcing the new year end of year festival probably at the end of August. So it gives me a bit of leeway to breathe after this one and get everything sorted. I've already got the lineup pretty much locked in, just waiting for 1 or 2 confirmations. So you kind of just trickle along. That's the hardest part, getting the lineup. And I pride myself on putting together a good lineup where you literally have to you want people to be there from the beginning, and you want people to look at the lineup and go, I'm going from the start. I'm going to be there all day. I need to be there all day. So, and that's what it's about, and that's helping the venues out as well.
Yeah. I mean, we sort of touched on this a little bit more, and we made a bit of a joke of it, but it's sort of, there's a bit of serious nature to it. Like when you're booking a show like this, someone like yourself that knows so many bands and people in bands, like how hard is it to not just book your mates? You know, like you've got to be objective and try and book bands that other people are going to like too, but you also want to, like there's no point booking a show unless you can have bands you like there as well.
Yeah, well, and exactly right. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, I get a bit stuck in booking similar bands a lot of the time. I'll tell you exactly why, because they sell tickets. They're
Yeah.
selling the tickets to the show, and then you have bands that hit you up for shows, you put them on once and they sell like hardly any tickets. Why would you want to put them on again? I mean, for me, it's not a money-making exercise. I mean, yeah, I'd like a little bit on the side. It's great, as does anyone. But at the end of the day, if it's a good gig and it doesn't cost me anything and everyone has a great time, it's a win. And bands need to play to a good crowd. And if you're a band coming in and you're playing and you're not selling your tickets, any promoter's not going to book you again, not just me. So it's, I mean, and the bands I do book sell tickets. So, I mean, we had nearly 400 at New Year's last year. So, can't argue with that.
Doing something right, brother.
Yeah.
You're also off up to Gladstone, mate, for the first ever Metal Fest there on November the 25th with bands like Witchgrinder, Flaming Wreckage, Dreamkillers, Azrael, Piston, more, mate. Like, that should be a ripper. Yep. Good to see them taking something like this up north a little bit.
Oh, it's great. They originally asked us to play when it was in August. And they had to change the date. We couldn't play because, you know, we had kids that weekend. We can't change it. And but then I saw the date had changed, and I went, "Oh, hang on a minute. We don't have kids that weekend." All right, so I got in contact with him, and he said, "Oh, a couple of bands have actually pulled out, so we'd love to have you on. Send me a contract." And it's awesome. We're super keen to get up there. He's been trying to get us to go up for about 7 years, I think. So finally, the planets have aligned.
All right, well, let's take the focus off everyone else for a second, mate, and chuck it on Dirty Brew, mate. You're the star of all these shows. Let's be real about it, mate. So, for those who haven't seen Dirty Brew before, mate, run us through a typical live show.
Typical live show for Dirty Brew is just chaotic. So from the opening riff, really, we don't stand still. We don't want to stand still because we're there to put on a show, and we've always maintained that. And it's just basically we do shots on stage, we interact with the crowd, we'll abuse the crowd too, and we'll cop it back just as good as we can give it. And it's just basically just full of energy, movement, and it's just power, really. We're there to put on a show. And at the end of the day, if people walk away going, "Wow, those guys really put on a show. They sucked, but man, they put on a show." Like, that's all we can ask for, that we're remembered for the show. The music's not that bad, really. But
you guys go all right.
We try.
You've also got the visual aesthetic going on, too, guys. Man, like you got your jackets with your back patches and stuff on, similar to Black Label Societies. Is that what that's modeled on?
Yeah, well, it was more of we needed to try and create something. I'm not going to say different because obviously Black Label do it, but it was just something that, like, I'm a massive Black Label fan, and most of the band is. And it was just something we thought we wanted to do. So then we all sort of had kind of like a uniform, so we knew what we were wearing. And it seems to mesh and gel together really, really well, and it makes us look the part, really. So we're really stoked with how they came out. So and a lot of people have said to us, "Where can we get the jackets?" And we go, "You just buy a vest and make it." We just sell the patches. We've got the patches for sale, so we just tell people to just buy a vest and make it themselves. It's easy.
All right, brother. Well, that's about all I've got for you today, mate. So give us a bit more info on Brewfest this weekend. Where can people buy tickets and find out more information?
So Brewfest this weekend, it's August. So doors at 12. Soapbox Beer in Fortitude Valley. Tickets $25 pre-sale from any of the bands. There's no online link. You've got to go direct. This is how the bands get paid, essentially. So buy it from the bands. There's 35 on the door. So if you miss out, you can buy tickets on the door. It's running 10 bands starting from 2 o'clock, finishing about 11 p.m. And it's just going to be lots of beers, lots of tunes, lots of good times. It's going to be a great day.
Sensational, Mick. All right, mate. Well, thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and I'll be there trying one of these rattlesnake fuckers on the weekend.
Always a pleasure to talk to you, Crispy. Always, mate.
No worries, brother. We'll see you in a couple of days.